Welcome to Research Business Daily Report, where all types of market researchers come for news, insights, and commentary about their field. Information bites that will help them both internally and externally, and help them move along their research careers. Women sufficiently outnumber men in the research industry, and today on RBDR, we're going to speak with Kristin Luck, who 10 years ago kicked off her Women in Research community in Los Angeles. It was designed to encourage and empower women who, in spite of their numbers, are not in that many powerful positions in our industry. Kristin's going to fill us in today about the progress that the group has made. RBDR is sponsored today and all this week by Nuance, a decision analyst company offering clients multi-language verbatim coding services that help them quantify the meaning of the open-ended answers they collect. Nuance has prepared a paper called Tips for Choosing a Coding Partner. It is for the uninitiated as well as those who would like to update themselves on the subject of coding. And we'll tell you later at the end of today's RBDR how to access the information. 10 years ago, in 2007, Kristin Luck launched WIRE, Women in Research. It was supposed to be a means of connecting and supporting women in the market research community, and it began out in Los Angeles, but quickly spread around the globe. WIRE facilitates education, entrepreneurship, and other career development goals through informal networking events around the globe. It also has an educational webinar series and the Office Hours online Q&A series, plus an award-winning one-to-one mentoring program. We asked her to fill us and you in concerning the status of women in the research industry.
WIRE started out very informally when I was living in Los Angeles, and the group pretty much stayed in LA for the first probably 3 or 4 years. So very informal meetups in the Los Angeles, with the Los Angeles research community. And then all of a sudden we started having women that were kind of migrating to other cities. So we had Cassandra Rowe, who is still with us and one of our event leads in San Francisco. Cassandra moved to New York and she wanted to start hosting WIRE events in New York. And then she actually also moved to London. So we expanded our presence to London. It was really our first sort of, a non-US market. And since then, we've had more and more women step up and say, hey, we want to have a WIRE event in our city. And so we've just, we sort of started expanding our events. And along with that, we started getting more requests from women who don't live in a major market. There's plenty of women who are in the research community that don't live in Los Angeles and New York and London, that really, sort of called out for more programming and more more female-focused content on everything from, how do you negotiate to how do you get to that next stage of your career? What are the business skills that you need to do it? So it's kind of grown organically, and a lot of that comes from the community's kind of demand or request. We did some partnerships with SMR and particularly the SMR Foundation to really expand our reach throughout Europe and provide more of a global presence. We built an advisory board, so we have an amazing advisory board of, some of the greatest thought leaders in the market research industry that also really help guide our programming and our strategic direction. So I think we've just grown up a little bit. We've formalized, sort of what our mission is. What we're looking to do as an organization, and there's been, like I said, an incredible amount of thought and guidance that I've been able to get from all the people that volunteer in the organization on a day-to-day basis.
How many women are active in your organization?
We're not a membership-based organization. We're a community. So overall, in 2016, we've had over 5,000 women globally participate in our events and online programming. There's no membership fee. We rely entirely on corporate and individual donations to fund all of our programming and services. And we do that so we can keep all of the programming free. There's no charge to attend a WIRE event. You can access any of our content online. So everything from our mentoring program to our office hours program to our speakers database, all of that is free.
So you're really very dependent on outside organizations for sponsorships and such.
We are very much so, and we've been very, very fortunate to have the support of some very large organizations, including Facebook and LinkedIn and Kantar. We have a whole list of corporate sponsors and donors on our website that I hope people will reference and give them their support. I think there's two things that I'm most proud of. I mean, I'm definitely proud of the fact that I feel like there is a greater attention on diversity in the industry. For better or for worse, there's been a lot more attention on women getting up and speaking at conferences and being represented on stage and making sure that panel discussions are diverse and that women really have a voice in the industry. So I'm very proud of that. And then I'm also very proud that we're sort of extending our philanthropic reach. So this past year, we did a partnership with the SMR Foundation and with the MSRA in Kenya to support a scholarship for a woman in Africa, in Kenya, to further her studies in market research. And we've been very, very fortunate to get the support of Unilever as our matching sponsor for that scholarship. We have event sponsors that provide, some drinks and snacks for attendees, but all of the people that present content at our events do it for free. All of our event leads volunteer their time for free. We're pretty much an entirely volunteer-driven organization. So no cost to attendees to attend. And again, we're very, very thankful that we have event sponsors that help cover, sort of the hard costs of those events.
So last question, and I think it's an important one, is what kind of reaction have you gotten from men about what's been going on? Because I know you've invited me from time to time to attend one of these events if I wanted to. They are open.
They are, absolutely. We are a man-friendly organization, and in fact, I think it benefits all of us. When we talk about diversity, we have to walk that walk and talk that talk, which means that a bunch of women talking to other women about diversity does not create change. So you may notice Eric Salama, CEO of Kantar, sits on our advisory board. We're extending our advisory board in 2017, and we'll be adding at least one more man to that board. We're also going to be offering male mentors as part of our one-to-one mentoring program in 2017. So that's another change that we're implementing as well. And many of our sponsors and donors are men from male-founded companies.
That's your Research Business Daily Report, which has been sponsored today and is all this week by Nuance, a decision analyst company offering multi-language verbatim coding services to their clients to help quantify the meaning of open-ended answers. Because you personally may not rely on coding regularly, you may or may not have noticed that it has gotten increasingly better in recent years, which should make the link to Nuance's paper entitled Tips for Choosing a Coding Partner something in your wheelhouse if staying on top of changes in research is a priority, and how many of you can allow you or your group to ignore changes in research. So click the link that we're providing for you. It's in the email that goes out to subscribers, and it's also underneath the description box in today's video. You can get acquainted and get introduced to coding. Have a great research day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.